Thought Bubble Audio.
Look, up in the sky!
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Name the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints?
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my trivia fanatic friend Frank. How are you today?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's me, the master of all things trivial.
Well, trivial is probably correct. That is true. You do know a little about a lot of things. Most of those things don't matter at all.
That's true. That is true.
Except to us, Frank, they matter so much to us. What matters first to me is whether you are drinking an alcoholic beverage or not.
You know, I am. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Because I am, and it really matters to me that you ask those things. I am drinking today a Surfman's Czech English-style pale ale from Devil's Purse Brewing Company out of South Dennis, Massachusetts.
Wow. That sounds... Do you get Devil's Purse because it's October and we're getting closer and closer to Halloween?
Sure. Yeah, that's why. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the reason.
That was definitely a totally intentional reason. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I nailed it.
Nailed it.
I know so many things about you. Yes.
You do.
Well, Frank, I think you know what I'm drinking because I'm a creature of habit come this month. Tell me what I'm drinking.
Are you drinking a Shipyard Pumpkinhead Ale?
I sure am, Frank. I sure am.
So on brand for you.
I know. It's so good, Frank. You know what? And honestly, Frank, I'm in the middle of moving. And so like buying stuff to put in your fridge is a little like you want to decrease the amount of stuff in your house.
It's kind of the last thing you want to do, right?
Yes. Put stuff in your fridge just to put it in the car and then move it.
Right.
Yes. So we don't like that. So anyway, Frank, it is the month of October and Halloween is fastly approaching, and we're going to completely ignore that fact and do a little trivia game about Marvel Comics.
All right.
Because recently, while I was out shopping for something completely unrelated, I came across this game called Marvel Comics Trivia Box. And I also got a Star Wars one.
Ooh.
Hopefully with questions that are easier than my big Star Wars. Yes, exactly. Star Wars trivia books, Bubba's grandmother. So it's this box that says Marvel Trivia Box, and you open it up, and there's no other game. It's just 2 packs of cards. So many cards. This is only one of them. If you can see. Yeah, this is only one deck, but there's like no way to hold them. They're not in a case or anything. It's like the most bare bones. It's hilarious. So I cannot speak to the quality of these cards at all because there are no rules to the game. There's nothing. It's just the cards.
Oh, so it's not competitive? Dang, I really wish it was more competitive.
I know you do. So because I am the one that hold the cards and you don't, we're just going to see how fast you can answer as many questions as you possibly can about Marvel the comics. And if, let's say how far you get, and then I say maybe the next time we're in person together, I will bring these, and then we can check how far along I am in relation.
Sounds good.
All right. So here we go. Because we're in no time limit or anything like that, and we're just chatting, feel free to talk about any of these things.
Sure.
Feel free to chat. So, number 1. What Marvel superhero uses the Sanctum Sanctorum as his base of operations?
Doctor Strange.
That is correct. True or false, Captain America's shield is made from adamantium?
False.
What is it made out of?
Vibranium.
Very good. True or false, Doctor Strange's first name is Stephen?
Yes, true.
That is correct. What government agent slows his aging process by taking the infinity formula?
Now I'm gonna be stumped.
Yeah, these are Marvel comics, not Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I know, and that's where my I was always a DC reader in my youth and really into today. I don't read that much Marvel. I don't have any ongoing Marvel books that I keep up with.
I recommend Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer. It's really good.
I've been on and off with Spider-Man over the last 10, 15 years or so.
Well, that's because your name is really Mary Jane. Oh, got him.
Oh,
yes.
Snap.
Yeah.
Snap. Yeah, maybe one day I just wake up and I was never married to you. Oh, whatever. Repeat the question, please.
What government agent slows his aging process by taking the infinity formula? So what government agent do you know is a soldier and fought for a very long time in multiple areas and now works for the government as a super spy agent person? Perhaps they have one eye.
Yeah, okay. So Nick Fury.
It is Nick Fury. Nick Fury fought alongside Captain America and Wolverine in World War II.
So that's what I wasn't sure if they were. I mean, I figured they would have mentioned super social serum if they were talking about Cap. So I kind of ruled him out, but I wasn't 100% sure what we were.
He also doesn't take the super soldier serum on a regular basis. He had that one treatment
dose.
that one time. Yeah. Nick Fury takes a formula to stay young.
Okay.
Mark Spector fights crime in the Marvel Universe as what superhero?
Mark Spector. It is...
Out of the night when the full moon is bright comes the superhero known as Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Moon Knight. True or false? In The Secret War by Brian Michael Bendis, I believe, Nick Fury and his team attempt to overthrow the government of Latveria. True or false?
That's true.
That is true. That is correct. True or false? The Serpent Squad was formed by the Viper.
True.
True. That is also correct.
Okay.
What is the first human alter ego of the thunder god Thor?
First human alter ego of Thor.
Yeah. So in the 60s, his alter ego would have a stick and he'd smash it down.
Okay. Don't say anything else. Don't say anything else. Because I actually know this. Oh man, I gotta think.
If you want a hint, I can give you a hint.
No, don't. Well, maybe. Oh, I know this one. Give me like 30 seconds. Okay. He came to Earth. Blake. Ronald?
No, you're so close though.
Oh, Donald Blake. It was back there. It was back in the recesses of my brain.
Yeah, that's
I haven't
very
thought about
good.
it in a long time. That's one of those. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a very long time. I remember a few years ago I was playing a trivia game with our friend Andrew, and a few years ago we were in high school. It was a long ass time ago. And,
like 15 years ago.
It was like 15 years ago, and we played Star Wars Trivial Pursuit, and the question was, and this was in a time when, I don't know, Star Wars trivia was really a thing for like the really, really uber geeky people. And the question was, who did all the concept paintings that all the Star Wars stuff was based on? And I was like, oh, I know this. And everyone was like, no, you don't. And I was like, yes, I do. Give me a second. And like, I ran out the clock, but as the clock was ticking down to the very last second, I blurted out Ralph McQuarrie and came in for the win.
That's amazing. Ralph McQuarrie for the win in more ways.
And similar to what
more
just happened,
ways than one.
in more ways than one, exactly. And similar to what just happened, I was like, wait, Ralph something. And everyone was like, oh, wait, he does know this.
Yeah.
That
happened to me. I remember that happened to me in high school. I was playing, I was in Spanish class, and we were doing some kind of trivia game. And one of the question right at the end of the year, one of the questions was, what is the alter ego of the masked hero Zorro? And I was like, I have this, and it left my brain. And my teacher was so exasperated, because I kept getting some answers right, and they were questions not about actual Spanish words, but like Spanish culture or something like that.
Okay.
So it was like, who wrote Don Quixote, or like things that like I know, but not actually the language itself, because I was a terrible Spanish student. But I was like, it was like De La Vega was the only thing stuck in my head, and I could not remember Don Diego for the life of me. But when I was so happy. That was the one time that being like a real nerd like came in handy.
Being a nerd is very handy at times.
It is. Let's see if it's handy for this, Frank. Throughout much of the 1970s, Captain America shared top billing in his comic series with what other superhero?
Bucky?
Nope. No, in the 70s, Bucky was dead.
Oh.
What's Captain America's other friend?
And the Falcon?
Yep, the Falcon. Okay. Very good.
Cool.
Very good. This is really tough. True or false? In the original version, the L in the S.H.I.E.L.D. acronym stood for logistics.
True or false?
True or false?
Ooh.
Originally stood for logistics.
Cards on the table, I do not know, but I will take a guess.
Okay.
And I will say false.
False is correct.
Okay.
It stood for law enforcement.
So strategic
homeland intervention, law enforcement. No, strategic homeland intervention, something law enforcement division.
Got it.
Engineering, engagement, something like that. I don't know.
I will use my one lookup on that, actually.
Oh, that's good. What does the S.H.I.E.L.D. thing stand for? Okay, speaking of S.H.I.E.L.D., what is the name of the offshoot of S.H.I.E.L.D. originally led by Abigail Brand that deals with extraterrestrial threats? Space, Sword, or Safer?
Can you repeat the name of the person?
Space, Sword, or Safer, originally led by Abigail Brand.
Yeah, I really don't know. Let's go with Sword.
Sword is correct.
All right.
Sword is correct. Space
and follow up on that one lookup. The acronym for S.H.I.E.L.D. originally stood for Supreme Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division.
Supreme Headquarters? That's fabulous.
Supreme Headquarters.
I'm glad they changed that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Phil Coulson being like, I'm from the Supreme Headquarters? like, all right, crazy
Honestly,
man.
Honestly, it's still a pretty bad acronym.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't matter, though. Strategic Homeland, at least, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, true or false, Captain America was only married once to Sharon Carter.
True.
False. Captain America was never married.
Oh.
Sad. Ooh, you might know this. What is the name of the agency that Norman Osborn creates to replace S.H.I.E.L.D. when he becomes director of the organization?
Hammer?
Hammer is correct.
Hammer meet nail.
Hammer is correct.
I'm actually okay. So I was actually not super optimistic about how I would do with this, and we're not keeping score or anything, but I feel like I've gotten a decent amount of them right. And then good guesses.
I'm pretty sure you've only gotten one wrong, and it was if Captain America was married.
That's the only one I've gotten wrong?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure. True or false?
I said Bucky.
Oh, yeah, two. You got two wrong. That's true. True or false? The Asgardian Frigga is the leader of the Warriors 3.
False.
False. That is correct. Do you know who Frigga is?
No,
Sif is the leader of the Warriors 3. Who is Frigga? Do you remember?
No.
She is Odin's wife.
Okay. I was at a bar yesterday, stopped in for one drink, and the bartender had FX on, and Thor 2, The Dark World, was playing.
Oh, nice.
And she and I got into a chat about Marvel movies and everything. We talked for like half an hour nonstop, just about like Marvel movies and Jurassic Park and Star Wars, and it's like all these things that we both had in common.
I'm sure your wife greatly appreciated that.
She actually, I was like, hey, is this too much? And she's like, no, it's actually kind of nice when you like make friends and I don't have to be social for a minute. I was like, okay, cool.
Great. All right. I'm going to go back to this nice person now. Yay. Okay. What is the name of the living sentient planet that eventually joined the Nova Corps?
Oh, the sentient planet. So, the one from Guardians 2?
Yes, that is correct.
Ego.
Ego is correct.
Okay.
Gonna skip that question. What company first proposed the design of the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier?
What company?
Yeah, what company? What famous fake Marvel Studios company?
Marvel
Comics company.
First proposed the helicarrier.
What famous company do you know in the Marvel universe?
Well, I mean, it's either Stark Industries or Oscorp. I'm going to go with Stark.
It's Stark Industries is correct. Who is not a member of the Warriors 3? Heimdall, Fandral, or Volstagg?
Warriors 3. Heimdall. Let me think about this. Heimdall. Isn't Heimdall. I'm going to say Heimdall because isn't that. What's his name?
Yes. Luther. Yes, that is correct.
Luther.
Yes. Yeah, Luthor.
Yeah.
Yes, Heimdall is the Watcher of Asgard. He's the Watcher of the Gate. Okay. So, fun fact: I didn't know this. So, I'm in the midst of teaching Norse mythology right now for a class. So, which has been super fun because they've been like, so what is real and what is not
for
real
Thor.
For Thor. So, because they at least know some of the names
right
already, they've been more invested than not, which is great. I did have one student, poor thing, ask if these stories were real, like if they were like real life.
Oh, honey.
And I said no, they're not. I wish they were because they're great stories. But
so wait. So you said Warriors 3. So what were the other two names other than Heimdall that were on
Fandral and Volstagg, and Hogan is the other. Hogan is the third.
Wait, is Sif not part? So is
Sif is the fourth member of the Warriors 3.
Oh, Sif and the Warriors 3.
It's Lady Sif and the Warriors 3. She's it's like D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers.
Oh, sure. Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah. I'm there.
But anyway, so Heim, H-E-I-M, means home in German.
So well,
Heimdall is the Watcher of like the home,
the homeland,
right? And so anytime you hear like they go to Jotunheim or Svartalheim or anything like that, it's the home of this thing. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like Stan, because like Afghanistan and Kyrgyzstan and like. Stan means the land of the.
That's right.
So like the land of the Afghans, the land of the Kurds, the land of the whoever, whatever. That's what that.
It's exactly
the grammatical
like that.
structure means. Okay, interesting. I figured Dal was like land. Like Switzerland. Heimdall.
Yeah. So you had it the opposite way. So Heim is the home.
Right. Sorry, Heim. I meant not Dal.
Home. Home of the
Jotunheim.
something.
Yeah. I figured that was like it meant land. Like Jotunland.
Jotunland. Yeah. Home of the giants. Yeah. So on and so forth. Isn't that cool? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Fun fact about Norse mythology. Anyway,
so, was this like beer Geekheim? Geekenheim. This show is Geekenheim.
Yeah. Home of the geeks. What is the name Asgardians give to the events that will lead to the end of the world?
Ragnarok.
Very good. What Marvel superhero uses the powerful amulet, the Eye of Agamotto?
Doctor Strange again.
Very good. Dr. Ted Sallis is also known as what bizarre creature that was created in the Florida Everglades?
Swamp Thing?
Nope, that is DC Comics character. I'd slap you if we weren't across the internet.
I didn't know an answer, so I just went with what it sounded like.
You're half correct.
Swamp.
Nope, you are incorrect.
Thing.
That is correct.
The Thing.
What are we? Are we women or
thing.
Are we
man? Thing man.
Man thing. Very good. Yay.
I have no idea.
So
I knew it wasn't Swamp Thing.
So Man-Thing and Swamp Thing were actually created at the same time. So Len Wein, the creator of Swamp Thing,
taught me this. Yeah.
Yes, was roommates with the person whose name I can't remember who created Man-Thing. And they said, okay, so we'll see whose is better and whose becomes an everlasting and beloved creation. And Swamp Thing won out because Man-Thing is a really weird name.
Yeah.
And the front of his face also looks really weird and almost, one would say, akin to his name.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was the Super. What was the book called? Super Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's about DC and Marvel.
Oh no. Epic. Epic. No. Super Fight, Super Battle. Super Fight is the card game.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about. The book that talks about the history of both DC and Marvel.
Yes. Yes, it is in that book. Yes, you are absolutely right.
I think they did cover that there.
You are correct. Who became the second version of Ant-Man by stealing the tech of Dr. Henry Pym?
Scott Lang.
That is correct. What color is the hood that Captain America's enemy Baron Zemo wears on his face?
Baron Zemo is usually in black.
Nope.
Black.
Nope. You would be incorrect.
Okay.
He's in purple.
Oh.
Purple. Baron Zemo wears a purple hood over his head. It's all has lines going down it. It looks like he's wearing looks like he's wearing a big sock.
I'm picturing like a black, almost like Nazi uniform.
Sure. That's possible. But
the hood itself is a different color.
Yeah, his mask is purple.
Okay.
And he wears a little crown on his head.
I was picturing the full costume, and I guess I'm clearly the ones I'm getting wrong are Captain America, so that's a big weak spot for me.
That's true. I did say what color is the hood, not color what is the bodysuit.
I heard you said hood, but I kind of in my brain pictured the whole costume. So okay, cool. Right on.
There you go. True or false? Maria Hill was the first woman to serve as executive director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ooh, sure, yeah, true.
That is false.
Peggy Carter?
Sharon Carter. Close. Yeah, very close. Oh, What villain shot Captain America from a sniper's position as the captain was leaving a federal courthouse after the events of Civil War? Bullseye, Crossbones, or Deathlock?
Oh, man. I read Civil War.
Sure. You've seen them in a film.
I'm going to say Deadshot.
That is incorrect because you meant Bullseye.
I meant Bullseye. You know what I meant.
But that is also incorrect. It is Crossbones.
Oh, okay.
That's why that's why Marvel was so keen on having Crossbones in Winter Soldier and in Captain America Civil War.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Because he's an integral part of...
Honestly, I totally forgot Crossbones was there, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, I did.
That's okay.
In the MCU.
That's okay. Norrin Rad from the planet Zenla is better known by what name? Zoom.
What's the name?
Norrin Rad. My name is Norrin Rad.
That sounds like Silver Surfer. The voice.
That is incorrect. That is correct. Not incorrect.
Oh, I was like, damn it! It was a good
correct. Guess. That is correct.
Norrin Rad. I would never have. I don't know anything about Silver Surfer.
Well, his name was Norrin Rad, and he was from the planet Zenla.
Cool. And he is the
basically Galactus came to his planet to eat it. And he was like, no, stop. If I become your herald and find other planets for you to eat, will you not eat my homeworld? And Galactus is like, that cool. We can do that. And that's how he became the herald of Galactus.
Why didn't someone do that with Thanos? You know, like, hey, spare my planet and I'll find more planets for you to cut in half.
Because Thanos didn't cut planets in half.
I know.
Yeah. Iron Man is thrown back to the time and era of King Arthur by what Marvel supervillain? He's a doctor, Jerry. A doctor.
Who could throw... Oh, a doctor. Doctor... Wait, what Marvel villains? What Marvel villains have Doctor...
So many of them, and almost none of them have PhDs, Frank.
people work hard for that title, and you can't just take it.
Can't just take it.
That's the worst crime of all.
Technically, this doctor does not have his PhD. He left the university due to an accident before finishing.
Doctor. God, the only.
He loves foreign countries because he lives in one.
There's a lot of countries in the world. It doesn't really help.
It's not real.
Doom, Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. Yay, very good. I'm trying so hard here.
I know, you're giving me so much.
Laufey, King of the Frost Giants, is the father of what Marvel villain?
Loki.
That is correct. You definitely don't know that. I'm not going to ask that at all.
Sebulba's grandmother.
That's basically what that question was.
Okay, cool.
Who are the parents of young Avengers Wiccan and Speed?
Oh, I have no idea.
Who are the only two Avengers that you know of to shack up with each other?
Oh, I guess Vision and Wanda / Scarlet Witch.
That is correct.
Cool.
Very good. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You don't know any of these, but maybe this one. No, you definitely don't know that one. Who was the first Marvel superhero to get a series in the Ultimate comic book line?
Spider-Man.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I knew you'd know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What fellow superhero impersonated Daredevil so that Matt Murdock could convince the public he was not Daredevil? Think Netflix.
Iron Fist?
Iron Fist is correct.
Cool.
Very good.
Cool.
Very good, Frank. What was the original name of the Guardian of the Galaxy Star-Lord?
What was his original name? Other than Peter
correct.
Quill?
Nope, Peter Quill is correct.
Oh, okay. I was like, did he have another alter ego?
I know, it's like a trick question. Or maybe there's more Star-Lords. I don't know.
Oh.
You might know this. Let's see. True or false, Power Man's real name is Carl Lucas.
No, Luke Cage.
That is true. He takes the name Luke Cage after escaping from prison.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
True or false, Iron Man's original armor was yellow and red.
False. It was silver.
Yes. Well, gray, technically.
Gray,
but yes, I'll accept gray.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Society of Ninjas that Daredevil often battles, who he also led for a brief period of time?
Okay, give me a second. Let me put on my Daredevil season 2 hat.
Also, your Defender's hat.
Don't. Oh, you gave me the hand. I was gonna get there. Why would you give me the hint? I was gonna get there
because people only care so much about you going blah 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 into the microphone.
Fine.
Fine. I will help you. Which famous ninja clan is a parody on the hand?
The Foot.
The Foot is correct from Ninja Turtles. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Do you know what other character is a parody on a Daredevil character?
Nope.
Master Splinter is named Master Splinter because Daredevil is trained by a man named Stick.
Oh, right. Oh, I never thought about Stick and Splinter. You told me about the hand and the foot. Like, you maybe helped me draw that connection because I was never into Ninja Turtles. Really, I was a little too young for Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never thought about the foot, but I definitely never thought about Splinter being a parody of Stick. That's great.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles is just a homage to Frank Miller's run on Daredevil.
Yeah, wow.
That's all, and then it transformed itself into a kiddie thing because a toy company got the rights to Ninja Turtles, and to sell toys, they made a cartoon. It went in the opposite direction. They wanted to sell toys, so they made a cartoon based on the toys that they were going to sell.
Interesting. So interesting. Huh.
I know. And it is an enduring classic to this day.
Yeah.
Crazy. Which team botched catching Nitro and other supervillains on a reality show, causing a catastrophe in Stamford, Connecticut? The Exiles, the Defenders, or the New Warriors?
The Defenders?
The New Warriors.
Yeah, I had no idea on that one.
That is a Civil War question.
I got to brush up on my Civil War. I haven't read it in years.
Which arch nemesis of Spider-Man has created chemicals that interfere with his spider sense? The Rhino, Mysterio, or Dr. Octopus?
Based on having created chemicals, I'm going to guess it's Dr. Octopus.
That is incorrect. It is Mysterio.
Damn it! That was my...
There weren't choices for that. I made them up.
Wow.
And as soon as Dr. Octopus came out of my mouth, I was like, he's going to choose that one because he's a doctor. I've chosen poorly.
That's okay.
Shoot.
You tried to do me a solid. Thank you.
You're welcome. What mystical city did Iron Fist train and obtain his powers? Atlantis, Shangri-La, or Kunlun?
Now I wish I'd watched Iron Fist season 1.
Not enough to really answer this question.
I think it's Kunlun.
That is correct.
Okay.
It is Kunlun.
I was like Shangri-La. I almost said Shangri-La, but Shangri-La... Did you make up those choices, or were those actually there?
No, they were actually there. I can even show you. See, you can believe me. They're right there.
There is a Shangri-La in Marvel, isn't there? Or am I thinking just of
Shangri-La is like... I mean, it does... I think Shangri-La shows up in a bunch of different things.
Okay.
But Shangri-La was like the pop culture mystical place for things to go. Like, there's a whole movie in the 30s about like people crash landing in Shangri-La.
Oh, that's the yeah. I read that book.
Did you really?
Yeah, I read it in high school. Yeah. What was that novel?
Use my lookup.
Lost Planet or something. I'll use your lookup.
Use my lookup because I won't use mine. But you can
Lost Horizon.
Lost Horizon. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Movie's pretty good.
I think I watched that in high school too. Actually, I think after we read the book, we watched the movie.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 would recommend.
Yeah.
We
got time for 1 or 2 more. Unless you've hit the point of Sebulba's grandmother, in which case we can wrap it up.
I'm seeing how far your knowledge. Some of them are like very tricky. Like I know you wouldn't know based on you not reading Marvel. But
yeah.
Let's see. What hero derives his power from the being bonded with the mystic? Wow, that's a poorly structured sentence. What hero derives his power from being bonded with the mystical demon known as Zarathos? You've definitely heard of him. You've definitely seen him on film before, perhaps, but you may not have seen the films themselves.
What?
Demons are hero. Demons are from hell. Do. So are
demons.
Name things that are white. Name things that are white. Go ahead. Name things that are white. It'll help you.
Wait. I know what you're... Oh my god. Okay. This is amazing because I know you're watching Friends right now.
Yeah.
And you said name things that are white. And you know my sense of humor. So you know I'm going to say, wow, Tim, this is beautiful. This is a great way to end this episode. Holy crap. Okay. You know that I'm going to say paper, snow, a ghost.
Yep.
And then from ghost, the only place to go is Ghost Rider.
That is correct. It is Ghost Rider.
You have killed me. I am a dead co-host. The show is over. That's it. It's done.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
What a perfect way to end.
Wow. Amazing. I bow down before you, sir. That was incredible. Good work. You are the quiz master.
Thank you. I'm very good at giving hints.
You are. Wow, this was so fun that we should keep doing. We did Star Wars trivia a few weeks ago. We did this. We should do more trivia. Maybe next week we'll come back with some seasonally appropriate trivia.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Let's do some trivia. Anyway, so you can find us at thoughtbubbleaudio.com and check out all of our other Thought Bubble Audio shows. You can find us on Beer with Geeks at Twitter, Gmail, and Facebook. You can rate and review us on iTunes and find us other places podcasts can be found, such as Overcast and Google Play and Spotify. You can, of course, find Frank on Twitter at Frank Ramblings and myself at Timp. No, what is my handle? No, at Timothy PG13. Forgot what my Twitter handle was for a second. Throwback to a different time. All right. Well, Frank, I believe that wraps us up. This was so much fun. I am glad that you enjoyed this. We will be back with more trivia next week, I think, for some appropriate Halloween trivia. So then, until next time, cheers.